Well, it definitely is all about the visuals, although pretty sure it's illegal.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Welcome to the D-Hack. Welcome to the D-Hack. So, how you ladies doing today?
Pretty good.
Hanging in here.
Oh. Cubs, how you doing?
Doing okay. How are you?
Outstanding. Another day in the WTF Nation DFAC and the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence. Fucking a lot of news we got going on today right now. We got, I guess, the Westboro Baptist whatever church is going to try to do some shit today. And they have now blocked off Gate 4, I guess, in Fort Campbell for a funeral that's happening today.
Oh.
So it's getting fucking I don't know, heated up. I don't know. Does Tennessee have the to plow a protester law? I mean, you can. Can you do it? I mean, can you just like see ya and then just start...
Actually I thought we talked about some states that have passed. I don't know if Tennessee is one of them or not.
Oh man, yeah, I was about to say, because that's some serious freaking that's a big deal, man. I totally get if you want to protest outside the gate, but when you're doing it and you're making it known that it's for a funeral, that's kind of fucked up, especially for a fallen service member.
I'm kind of wondering why, because I've noticed, and some people have talked about when, like with other funerals, in Westboro Baptist Church was, oh, we're going to protest. What some people have done is they went to like the city or wherever to, because obviously you have to have a permit.
Yeah.
To have something like that. And they would go to the city, and the city would like legit offer their permit, but it'll be like across town and nowhere like near where the funeral would be.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say there's usually they kind of mitigate the drama, you know what I mean, to prevent. Some cities are actually pretty smart about it. And you're right. They'll have they issue the permit out, and then the permit will be across town or outside the county or something like that. But that's kind of a little different right now. Yeah, exactly, Joey. Let the MPs, I love MPs, use the OC.
I mean, is there when you block off a gate like that? Is there anything is that against the law? I mean, I would think it would be.
Well, you're only blocking an entrance to the post. I mean, unless they're blocking outside traffic. And I'm pretty sure Campbell's probably going to mitigate a lot of the traffic going out there. So they'll just be out there fucking watching and shit. And I'll guarantee it, somebody steps over the line. That's going to be hard, man.
I'm pretty sure, with the funeral and stuff, that they'll be using the other gates. They're not going to be going through that gate. You would think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, hang on, buddy. Baby Ice is getting some chow. Yeah, it's just frustrating as fuck. I mean, you can't. It is their right to protest. It is their right to assemble, free speech, and all this other shit. But just fucking. Oh man. So guys, pay attention.
Just go away.
Yeah, just go away.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the protesters over the past, I don't know how many years now. Just go away.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't really say just go away. So, yeah, exactly. You could say some of the protesters to go away, but I mean, it's their right to assemble, even though we don't agree with it. It's almost like you've lost. You got no fucking class anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we've lost class a long time ago. I mean,
are you talking about the station? I mean,
not the station. I meant like that was the wrong way of putting it.
No, I see. You're saying is that the society has lost class and respect. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Beanbags. Have the MPs line up outside, just right outside the perimeter gate. As soon as they get close, boom, boom, boom. Just, I mean, I saw Jackass, the movie. I saw those guys freaking getting hit. Cuffs, you were an MP, so did you ever get tagged by a beanbag?
No, I didn't. OC, taser, and my 9mm, and that's really about it.
No, but did you get like hit with
No,
with a beanbag?
No beanbags.
Oh, so you had to get tased and OC'd?
Yeah.
So you had the 5-second ride of life?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it'd be kind of like a test. Like if you have to, it's just kind of like when you use the taser, you got to get certified, you got to get tased. Just like the OC, you got to get sprayed.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should do the same thing for beanbags. I think you should shoot each other with beanbags. That would be better than fucking paintball.
Beanbags?
Beanbag fights.
I'll pass.
I mean, well, obviously, you'd have to wear like serious motorcycle headgear to do this shit. You couldn't just run around with your face open and shit like that. You know what I mean? You bust a fucking mouth, you bust somebody in the face, and the next thing you know, a couple teeth get shot. Especially me, I'll probably get shot in the face a couple times. I got ISIS. There goes his mouth. Popped some dentures out. So, yeah, I think you should do the same. I think if you have to qualify to carry such non-lethal accoutrements, then you should get qualified in getting the pain. You get the bag of pain in the back or something like that. Or have fucking beanbag fights. Like I said, I would do that. I'd get a gun with 12-gauge shotguns, load it up with some beanbag rounds, and just go at it. You know what I mean? No face shots, and then that's it. Yeah, beanbag red leg for the next fundraiser. Fuck. I don't know about that.
Harsh.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. Kind of like doop doop. Yeah, but anyways, oh god. So guys, nation, if you're out there at Fort Campbell, and also here in North Carolina, or in fucking where else? Where else? They're having them like nationwide. They're in Texas, North Carolina, fucking Tennessee. It's just fucked up. Here in Georgia. So just crazy, man. Again, it's one of those things where you're just gonna fucking
Well, I think it's ironic that we were talking about them. Was it Monday?
Yeah.
Hadn't heard anything out of them for a while, and now all of a sudden,
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I guess their budgets might be like getting kind of slim because we all know what they do is they go to these protests and somebody, hits them, which, quote unquote is assault, and they turn around and sue. And that's how they gain their, financial status, pretty much.
Let's wear some George Soros fucking tinfoil hat here. What if they're being funded? So, by somebody outside agency that's causing discourse. That little piece of shit likes to cause discourse all over the country, and he pays motherfuckers to do it. So
I don't understand, how he's still alive.
Well, you're talking about as an age, or you're talking about as in his safety?
Both.
Speaking of that, Johnny Depp, dude, he's in trouble.
I saw that.
He's talking out of his ass again, so I guess it's time for irrelevance to be relevant again, and decided that he'd like to make some disparaging comments about assassination to the press. And so, yeah,
Oops.
I'm not gonna repeat that shit. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm a Secret Service, I have a drone flying over me. There he is. He made a comment. That's it. I'm droned. So, yeah, he made some comments at a drive-in theater, which I didn't even know drive-ins still existed.
They do. There's actually one in Gatesville at Fort Hood.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have a couple here, too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I was kind of like, you were at a drive-in? Were you watching one of your movies? Trying to relive the good old days, 21 Jump Street or something like that, TV shows or whatever. Yeah, man, it's kind of like freaking, why would you say some shit like that, knowing that the Secret Service is going to fucking come down on you for making some stupid-ass comments like that? Everybody knows that's what's going to happen. It's not because it's the oppression of, it was okay, I guess, on the previous administration that you could say shit like that, and if you got investigated, everyone's like, yeah, the Secret Service investigated me, god damn it, and everyone's like, but now if the Secret Service investigates you, man, people got the ass. So it's like, fuck, man. It's kind of like, I don't really want to. It's hard to talk about something like this because I don't want nobody to take my fucking quote out of context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, that happens.
Unfortunately, it has happened. What are you talking about?
I know. I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah, I've been the victim of inconsequence and out of context conversation and translations. I said this on the air, and the next thing you know, I said, so.
And it's aggravating because they probably had just popped in at that moment when it was said, instead of listening to the entire conversation. And that, of course, this has been happening, people taking crap out of context for a long time. But, if you really they want to just automatically assume, oh, you said that word, that it was offensive. However, you need to go back and listen to the entire context of the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, context is now starting to become a literal translation of everything. In other words, people are getting really good at closing in quips. Because if you would look at an instance of anything that happens in the world today, unless it's just like that dude who fucking had that road rage incident and punched that kid in the face. Nobody knows what the kid did prior to that. So
I agree. I mean, look at the our law enforcement.
Yeah, just like that dude with the dash cam, all that stuff. Now, now you need to have a GoPro camera on your weapon, which the X26 taser does have. The taser does have a camera on there, so that way, as soon as you activate it, it turns on, and the moment of the ride happens, then it's recorded, so that way you'll know that you'll be, in case the person has his heart fly out of his chest, then you won't get in trouble. But you need to have a GoPro on your weapon, on your uniform, on your body, outside, a drone hovering over you, a dash cam, and fucking Google Earth watching your ass every time you do you pull somebody over. I don't know what's like across the pond, Ghosty, but don't they have the same shit?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's like Britain is like the most heaviest camera CCTV country in the world, actually. It's just like, I don't know, I guess you'd say just like Germany does. Germany has a history of keeping tabs on their people. But, yeah, oh, hello, once we saw you make a traffic stop violation. Yeah, they do the same thing. Nowadays, you have to have, it is hard. So, taken out of context. Damn it, I'll take it. Hi, Mixer, how you guys doing? We had a little briefing yesterday on Mixer. On Sarge's time to discuss the audience of Mixer channel, so that way people understand that you're listening to a 18 and above broadcast of WTFNationRadio.com and U.S. Army WTF Moments at the WTF DFAC, Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. And you are hearing veteran humor run for and operating by vets. All voluntary. We're not making no mad cash money here. And I wish we were making station money. Holy crap. Like real station money. Like Sirius XM, like baller money. You know what I mean? We have freaking just money just flying out, like big baller. Welcome to WTF Nation Cribs or some shit like that. You know what I mean? We're able to have because some studios actually have their living quarters right there. Some of them people live in their studios. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But yeah. So I was taken out of context. I myself believe you me. I was taken out of context, and lately in the news, a lot of shit's been taken out of context. Which brings me up to the story that I wanted to talk about. A guy riding a motorcycle in California. For those of you that don't know, the law in California, you are authorized to lane split. If you guys don't know what that is that, for instance, if there is if there's a stalled traffic or there's traffic on the highway, you are authorized as a motorcyclist and a motorcyclist only to lane split, meaning that in all the vehicles that are stopped, you can drive in between them.
Okay.
So that's what's called lane splitting. Also, they have they have standard HOV lanes, high occupancy vehicles, and then motorcycles are authorized to go in there, which is, it's kind of cool. That way you can freaking, as a motorcyclist or enthusiast, you can go riding and all that and not roast on the fucking highway. Because if you don't ride a motorcycle and you don't know, if you're sitting on asphalt or concrete freeway and the traffic is stalled, you burn the fuck up. I don't know if it was a safety measure for that or whatever, but California is actually, when it comes to their motorcycling laws, that's not bad, actually. Well, there's video out there of some dude who's riding a motorcycle. He's riding a Harley Davidson. He's riding a cruiser, what would appear to be a Harley Davidson, but he's riding a bagger cruiser motorcycle. And some dickbag in a Kia, can I say dickbag? Anyway.
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, so some dickbag in a Kia drifts into the HOV lanes. Well, in some states, actually a lot of states, crossing into the HOV lane from the left lane of traffic is like trying to cross over a barrier or median. It's a double yellow line. You can't cross over. So this dickbag in a Kia drifted over, and the guy, the motorcyclist, raised his feet up and kicked the fucking car. Well, the car then tried to knock him off the bike. Because the guy was, everyone says, well, it's road rage. He purposely kicked the bike. No, you can actually use your legs to put your feet on an object, because I've done it, to push yourself away from being destroyed or crushed, to kind of balance you out. I've done it before. I've lifted my leg up with a passenger too. Somebody tried to cross over into my lane, and I lifted my leg up and pushed off the car, and then the individual didn't know about it, but I fucking honked my horn, which is why I have a car horn in on my motorcycle, so it sounds like a fucking car is honking at you, not a bike. Usually most motorcycles go beep beep, So this guy pushes away from the car. Well, the car fucking flips the fuck out and tries to run down, loses control in front of him, hits the barrier, crosses over 2 lanes of traffic, hits a avalanche, which I didn't know Chevys could tip so easy. Tipped the motherfucker over, and so causes a pileup on the highway. Now everyone's pissed off at the the motorcyclist. Police are now searching for the motorcyclist. Why? Did he leave the scene of the accident? Did he cause the accident? Is that considered leaving the scene of an accident?
The motorcycle?
Yeah, the guy.
I would think it would be.
I think so too. No Skype. No, I will not. Fucking Skype.
But then again, in the court of law, if they were to go to court, he could possibly argue, as his defense, well, it was road rage, like not on his part. Yeah, he was kind of guilty of it, but to me, it kind of looks like he was, I don't say defending himself. However, like especially with the veteran, punching the kid, if he left, maybe he felt endangered, like he didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And he could probably use that as a defense and get away with it.
Well, in California, they're dicks when it comes to motorcyclists too. They really crack down on motorcyclists when it comes, because they expect you, being a motorcycle rider, to be an above par licensed driver, because you're riding in a vehicle that's you're not protected. You're riding in a vehicle that can go as fast as a car, but you're not protected by the same safety. Well, aside from flying off the bike and hitting the asphalt or something like that. Pissed off at the guy on the bike, and wait a minute, and they only show what the news is showing now is only him kicking the car, not showing the Kia drifting into the HOV lane.
Yeah, that kind of aggravated me.
Yeah,
because right before you kick it, that's when the video starts, and you can kind of see the Kia.
Yes.
Going, but you don't see stuff happening before it happens.
Yeah, exactly. So it was no big deal. They could have, the guy on the bike was well in his right to push himself away. Now, of course, the idiot Kia, But then for the motorcyclist to leave the scene, that I think actually, I think had he stayed, it'd been good to go. This is just me personally. He'd be aight, I think.
Because unfortunately, that whole situation, and an innocent motorist was and involved in the accident, ended up in a rollover.
Yeah, because the vehicle did when the Kia flew over the cross traffic, it hit that. Yeah, so out of context, that's what I'm getting tired of. Out of the context media. Something that you really don't want to. It's hard, and then people will say, and then of course, as soon as you dispute it, then they'll say it's photoshopped or something like that. You used Hollywood special effects to make it look like the guy flew his Kia over the motorcyclist and then try to put him out like a cigarette and then bounce back. No, dude, he literally tried to fucking. But anyhow, I don't know. I think it's messed up. The guy should have stopped on the bike. He should have stopped. Are the laws like that on the UK too, Ghosty? Can you split lanes like that? Can you split lanes?
No.
You
You're
can't.
not supposed to. There's certain areas where you can overtake another driver, but it's clearly marked on the road.
Yeah.
But like in a spot like that, no. You run the risk of a huge accident. They have roads here called red roads, and that's why, because they have a high fatality rate.
Oh, that's awesome. Red roads. You're driving on the red road. That's badass.
I always get nervous when my boyfriend's like, we're on a red road. I'm like, oh.
Did they paint the road red? Did they actually get the asphalt and mark it off red or something?
I don't.
I'm just playing.
No, they don't do that. But
I'm just playing.
I think it's just like everybody knows, and they do have signs posted with how many people have died on it, like on your way down the road.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's unsettling. Because I've been here for a few years and I'd never heard anybody say that. And my mom's like picked me up from the airport when I got back here like 6 or 7 months ago, and she's like, oh, that this is a red road and this is why. And I was like, oh, do we have to drive on this one? Can we go on something else? And she's like, yeah, we kind of have to go down this road. Like, son of a bitch.
So you're actually scared of a road that is called? It's like going down a haunted
I'm scared
highway.
of stupid drivers, because one time we were going to my mom's house for New Year's, and some of the roads aren't narrow. A lot of them are country roads, so you can't see boo until you like literally are turning the corner and the other car's like right there. But they call semi trucks lorries over here.
Yeah. So
and I'm on the left side because the driver's side's on the right, and this guy's, I hate being next to semi trucks, especially on really like thin roads. And he's tried to come over and didn't see us, even though we were right next to him. Like I could have probably reached out and touched his mirror. And he was trying to come over, and I was like, he's trying to come into our lane. And my boyfriend like honked his horn, and then the semi truck driver got mad at us, like it was our fault. Like, okay. Like, I almost died on the way to your house. Give me a drink.
Yeah, well, in the States, trucks are those guys are it's hard to fucking say, man. Truck driver, there's some truck drivers that are obviously, you can tell they're you guys call it unsanctioned, meaning they're not up to inspection standards up there. And so I've seen trucks over here rolling out, and you'd see one's missing a fender or a mud flap or something like that, or they're driving down the highway with one of their inner dual tires shredded. And yeah, I think Europe has a little bit better on their laws when it comes to their big rig trucks being maintained. But in California, man, they're just over the oh my god, they pull you over for everything if you're a truck driver, if you're a trucker.
See, and my parents are truck drivers. Granted, they're always up to date on their inspections and stuff. And there's been a few things how they've been involved in stuff, and it clearly wasn't their fault, and it always comes back on the truck driver, especially when truck drivers are cut like right off within
Yeah, I have family members that are in the trucking business as well, and they record everything they do. They have, I guess you would say, cockpit cams and dash cams. So they're recording what they're doing inside, and usually all you see is an obnoxious amount of hours of stillness and stick shifting and coffee drinking. That's all they do. You know what I mean? You don't see anything else. But then, and then they have the dash cam pointing forward, and then there's a new innovation now where they're backward-facing cameras. So that way, someone says, "Oh, a piece of debris hit me," or whatever. Because in California, it's bad. A truck driver can't fart the wrong fucking way or make a left turn signal without it being the trucker's fault. When you're trying to move fucking freight, dude, 18 wheels and 50 tons of beast running down the freaking highway, and little fucking shit cars, especially like those little smart cars, those little escape pods that are running around the fucking road that cut truckers off. I couldn't even imagine trying to stop, and then that's it. That's fuck it. You're screwed. There's not too many smart cars here though. I know in Europe, Ghost, you probably see a shitload of them, huh?
I see a lot of Fiats, which it's
Fiats.
I hate those cars. They're so stupid.
Fiats.
It's like somebody's driving a piggy bank to work.
Hi, welcome to the new Fiats.
That's funny. Piggy bank to work.
It can only hold like a cup of coffee.
Now, in some states, they do have it. Like, if you cut off a truck within an X amount of feet, and an officer or a trooper sees you, you will get a ticket.
Not in California. Not in California. We were just discussing about that.
Oh,
place exploded. Yeah,
like the ass end of a cat.
Yes, ass end.
Oh,
not specific. Not specific. Around the ass area. So just right below the first joint of the tail, all the way right below the ass, or where the nuts are at, or something like that, I guess.
Because nobody has any balls on the West Coast anymore.
Well, the cats don't. Yeah.
So the sphincter.
That was
yeah, you can say that.
Farther north.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. What was the map saying? The little map that was thrown out. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, fucking. It's bullshit. Some of the laws in there, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of the trucking industry is taking a big hit because now in California they're required. I don't know why we're on a California kick right now. California's requiring diesel big rig trucks to meet their smog standards. Which, unfucking heard of. Ridiculous, extremely strict smog regulations on their environmental systems in their trucks. So the days of seeing, smokestack freaking truckers running down the freaking road in California are over. So they literally, what they do is, truckers, one of the new trick is that they'll stop off near along the border, and then the trucking company stops and then it uses those little small cargo trucks to disperse their stuff. So that way, California, way to go, California, for ruining jobs. So the warehouse distribution centers are now across the border, so that way they can use smaller vehicles that will be compliant. And then, of course, their heavy use tax, heavy vehicle tax, gas guzzler tax, highway use tax, public utilities tax. I think a trucker is for the amount of money that you think a truck driver makes, they're getting raped by their brokers, their contractors, and all that. So you really cannot walk in there. So, which blows me away, because when you see a truck driver driving on the road, and now they have specific systems to where it's tracking, the days where, you see you see on veteran pages, or you see Schneider, like when you have a ACAP, you see the Schneider Trucking Company or Swift.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hire you. We hire vets. Well, 50 cents a mile. 50 cents a mile. And I'm thinking, 50 cents a mile, dude. I can drive like a weekend and make them cash, And then come to find out that there's other fees that are applied on there that comes out of your fucking pay, even though it was their truck that you're fucking driving. I just think it's fucking hilarious. Again, I do not know how we got a fucking trucker. Cute. Cute and flash. Yeah, sorry. But that state, and they're all moving to Austin. Everyone's moving to Texas now from California to cause, I don't know, a little bit more drama there, I guess. I'm freaking.
Well, the main reason why they're leaving California is because they're tired of paying the taxes and the high cost of living. So they're coming to Austin and other places in Texas. But it's ironic because they're trying to make, what they had in California, they're bringing it to Texas, and we don't want that.
Well, no shit. I mean, think about it. Like I was telling you guys earlier, when I was growing up, California was Texas. My dad used to pick me up from school or pick me up from the arcade or whatever, or pick me up from my friends, and on the way home, or I go grocery shopping with my dad, or go pick something up, or get some smokes. What do you have on the fucking dashboard? A gun. Nobody broke into a car with a gun because more than likely somebody had a gun coming back to the car with said gun.
Mm-hmm.
So then it got stupid. You couldn't even freaking what's up, redacted? You couldn't even you can't even do anything with a gun now. BB guns are now considered to fucking be firearms and shit. So I guess I'm complaining about gun laws and shit, Ghosty, and you're like, shut up, Ice.
I know. It's okay.
You're in the knife stabbing capital of the world.
I know. I have a Louisville Slugger though. I brought it with me.
Yeah. Well, in California, if you have a baseball bat in your trunk with no glove, you are arrested for a concealed weapon.
Just throw a glove in there then.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem solved.
I love baseball.
Just throw a random. There's a glove in there.
Yep.
Like, okay. And they can't do anything about it.
What position do you play? Pitch hitter. For those of you baseball fans out there, I gotta make sure I'm speaking the proper baseball lexicon. So right now we're currently watching Clarksville events. Right now is live right now, and so a crowd is going at U.S. Patriot. A counter protest is happening currently as we speak. Right now across at U.S. Patriots. Counter protest against the Westboro Baptist Church. It's growing in size, which is good shit. Matter of fact, I will use my power. Yes. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can pull this off and I'll get in trouble. We will kill the terrorists. Sorry. Here, let's see if I can pull my Facebook powers here. God damn it, W. You're out of fucking control. You're off the chain. So let me look at this and let me go ahead and put this out to throw some love out there to some of our partners out there. What is that? Was it Clarksville events? Yeah, Clark's the one sent me this link. Hey, Ice, check this out. So thank you for the thanks for the shout out there. Appreciate it. Let's see, Clarksville events. Yep. So if you go on their page right now, it's live. And we're about ready to bust it out on the main page. Let's see. Gonna get these fuckers posted up and see this event here. Excuse me. Wow, I can't find it. I gotta be a group, I guess. I'm not part of the group. Wow, that's crazy. Somebody pop it in the chat right there. I can pin it. Clarksville events. So, yeah, the crowd's going against the, it's a counter protest against the Westboro Baptist Church. We normally don't like talking about freaking religious stuff here on air, but of course, when people are trying to impose their beliefs on somebody, then yeah, we are going to ensure that their right to protest is protected. I'm talking about the counter protesters.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I don't want to sit there and beat a dead horse on that shit. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So in Australia, I don't. Somebody, Ice, talk about this. You're a perv. You're like this, and then I look at it, and it's. I guess there's a woman in Australia who's a congressman or congresswoman, and walks up to fucking Parliament and starts talking about a vote and all this other shit, and then she's got a baby in her arm. And the next thing you know, out goes the boob and starts talking about voting what the bill was. Everyone completely lost their fucking mind on what the hell they were going to vote for when obviously they popped the boob out.
Well, tits kind of do that.
It's like, yeah, exactly. Train wrecks, cleavage, and suns. What the sun? Just don't fucking look at that shit and not get distracted.
Yes.
So you're looking at that. What the hell is that? And then, yeah. So she popped your boob out. There was voting in Congress and they were talking about parliamentary this and parliamentary that, and it'll surprise you. Here comes the boob, and then she was breastfeeding her baby, so it's not like she went out there and said, "Look at my tits." It's not like she did that. So she was, I guess everyone's talking about her being a pioneer multitasker, and so Larissa Waters called out the haters, and then everyone's calling her a dumb bitch and all this other stuff, and she's like, yeah, whatever. She's also called on more women and parents in Parliament for more family-friendly workplaces. The Parliament changed its rules last year to let moms breastfeed in the chamber, which was an unknown freaking law that just kind of like snuck in, almost like our Congress, how they like to sneak in shit, right?
Yeah.
And so they snuck it in, and out goes the boob, and everyone's like, what the yeah, whoa.
What was the law again?
I'll allow well, yeah, exactly. Are you talking about the law that we're going to go in for session? I don't know.
Okay.
The story didn't talk about it. I'm
just kind of curious. Obviously flashing your tits isn't going to get your way.
But what I'm saying though is that it's even better when you see see, now I'm looking at the video again. I'm distracted. What were you talking about? Oh, whoa. No, that's perverted. I guess when you say boob like that, is it perverted when you're looking at a breastfeeding woman, or is it perverted that she just popped a boob out?
I don't think it's either.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, exactly. It's just kind of funny that these people got the ass about it and said, oh, well, we're here to vote today on the hello. Everyone's looking in one corner of their eye, or they're trying to be discreet, because what do you do?
Pick up their jaws.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they probably the first time they've already probably fantasized to her about having the big boobs anyways, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, she's got the boobs. She's got babies.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
I just had the mental image. It's that cartoon, and I don't know. I can't remember if he's a dog or whatever, and his mouth just drops all the way to the floor, and his tongue is out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm thinking like the Mask. When he was imitating the wolf, the Mask when his and his tongue rolls the fuck out, and his eyeballs pop out. She probably almost cleared Congress because there were some old fuckers in there probably had to go and get their heart checked or something like that.
Blood pressure medication.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what the hell? Oh, my Lord. She's breastfeeding. Indeed, indubitably.
You're like, well, I don't need this coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The first time they were fucking alert to see what was going to pass through the floor. You might be careful. You might see a chick. What was it? You might see a Sheila with her wanker hanging out. Or what do they call? What do they call tits in Australia? They say tits, right? Or
I don't know.
What do they say in the UK? What do they call them in the UK? They say tits, right? Is it tits?
Or boobs.
Or boobs?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they'd be like different or something like that. That's it? That's
And some other anatomy parts are different, but.
Oh my! Look at that, mate. She's popping her boob out. Oh Lord, she's got a baby. Never mind. Oh, it's so fucking. Ambassador Ice, Ambassador of the United States, is always hanging out with this chick, always ensuring that he's always make sure that these bills get passed. Yes, right. Why are you speaking with an accent, Ice? I like Ice. I like, never mind. She's got boobies. What do I do? It probably kept everybody awake for the rest of the fucking session, though. So, anyways. So, and more sexuality news, I guess. I don't know why we got this kick now. Bill Cosby's going to hold workshops for men to avoid sexual assault allegations. Make sure you're roofing the bitches right.
Are you serious?
For real, man.
Oh, shit. Like, as in how to avoid, as in you can't do this, or once it happens, this is how you can ditch it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Or what type of medication to use to remove short-term memory. So just days after his mistrial was declared in the sexual assault trial, Bill Cosby's planning a motivational speaking tour to warn young athletes and even married men about the dangers of sex crime allegations. Mr. Cosby wants to get back to work, his spokesman said. We're now planning town halls and working to come together in the city of Birmingham sometime in July to talk to young people because this is bigger than Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is charged with drugging and sexually assaulting a former Temple University basketball manager, Andrea Constant, in 2004. And prosecutors obviously have vowed to retry him. So I couldn't even imagine that event. Could you imagine showing up to that seminar? And there's Bill Cosby. You want to hold up one drink here? Oh my God. Name was fucking Bill Cosby. Look at that. Make sure you use vodka instead of. This bill will make him knock the fuck out. Give him some pudding. Oh God. So, anyways,
it's like Herbert the pervert.
Hey, how you doing?
Whoever swallows the most Tylenol PM first wins.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're looking pretty good there. I like my guest bigger. How y'all doing? This is the kind of drink you use. That's a good one. Herbert the pervert. Oh, man. So let's see what other crazy ass topics we could talk about. Let's see. What else we got going on? I guess there's the people that took a picture of the airplane spewing gas all over the freaking place are now, I guess they got busted for, or United's fucking with them or harassing them or some shit like that.
Yeah, I heard they had to like sleep on the floor in the airport.
Yeah, so like they dimed it out and all sorts of stuff, and then the next thing you know that the United Airlines, oh, we're sorry, your flight's been delayed. Oh, well, how long is the layover? 24 hours. But we're not going to tell you when the flight's taken off yet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. So yeah, so I guess newlywed couple sent a viral video showing the United Airline aircraft spewing fluid was then to be jet fuel all over the tarmac, and the flight attendants then told them that it was okay.
It's okay, guys.
It's just condensation.
Yeah,
It just smells. That's all.
Don't worry about that stuff, man. I could just imagine. Fuck that.
But then again, a part of me, I'm like, I'd rather be delayed 24 hours than be on a plane that is spewing jet fuel everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that stuff, I would kind of freaking, I'd be like, hey, look, I got video. Give me first class tickets for a year, and I won't show up.
I would too.
I would so freaking. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it extortion? No, it's not extortion. It's scratch my back. I'll scratch yours.
I could have died on that plane. Hell no.
Yeah. So
everybody else could have died on that plane.
Yeah, I've caught baggage handlers smoking on the flight line before. So.
Yeah, it just takes one spark.
All it takes is one spark.
That's real smart.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't even want to stand that close to the window. Like the video is like, I'm gonna record it from way over here just in case.
Oh, exactly. Let me see if I can pop this in here again. Somebody sent me the right link. Thank you very much. Can we post this? And I'll put that on the radio page too. And then we'll go ahead and pew 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 pew. Let me look at it here. And I'll go to the radio page first, and then I'll bust it out, so that we can get a little bit of a. Yes, I'll even post it on my stuff, over my stuff. So that will be good to go. Counter protest gathering at U.S. Patriots, care of Clarksville Events, and. You guys check out on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio's Facebook pages. It's going to be posted in a minute. So if you guys are on the Facebook page, you can for WTF Nation Radio, you'll be able to spot the counter protest that's happening right now. So that's good stuff. I like that stuff. I like when American citizens exercising their freedom of speech. I like it. That's awesome.
Is the Patriot Guard gonna try to block them from messing with that funeral?
I'm guessing they are. I'm thinking.
Typically, when this kind of stuff happens with the protest at the funerals, the Patriot Guard has always been more than willing to block them from, actually interrupting the funeral.
Yeah.
At the behest of the family, because what it is that the Patriot Guard, if they're representing the family, then I do know that the permit does not allow the Westboro family to be within so many yards of the family. So what, at the behest of the family, the Patriot Guard represent them. So if they say, hey, there, you got to be 100, you got to be 200 feet or 500 feet from the family, the Patriot Guard, as representatives of the family, they will create that barrier so it's like a buffer zone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So posted that stuff up right now on the radio page. Let me see. Let's see what the grand poobah, the grand bosses say. Worst thing they could do is say no, but I doubt it. But let me see. Look right here. So you can forgive me for a second. You guys keep blabbing for a little bit because I'm looking for a spot to post. So once I do this, then we'll be able to blast it. And hang on. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I posted a little gem for you in Skype about Australian slang for boobs.
I just saw that.
Oh my God. Hang on. Is it going to distract
from
me?
Urban Dictionary.
Is it going to distract me?
You want me to read it
Yeah,
out?
go for it. Let's hear it.
Norks, boobies, breasticles, breasts, tits, puppies, gazongas, which is my personal favorite, Babylons, and yeah, it just said call them what you will. I just posted it verbatim, but I thought Norks was weird. And I guess Norks came from a company that had like cows and made milk, and it's just like it originated from like the company calling the cows' udders Norks. But yeah, Babylons is pretty funny. Gazongas is funny.
Norks?
I haven't heard breasticles in a while.
Norks?
Norks.
Okay, Norks.
It sounds so dorky though, Norks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Sounds like...
I think gazonga sounds more like something an Australian would say.
Yeah, God, look at these gazongas.
Gazongas. Or Babylons.
So Sheila's got some gazongas. Yeah, that sounds more Australian. It doesn't sound... Norks sounds like something out of freaking Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The armies of the Norks.
Well, Babylon sounds more Australian too. So.
No, well, Babylon's more. Yeah, it's more Babylon. Babylon, of course, being Iraq. But I'm just thinking that it sounds funny when you hear Norks.
Norks.
Hey, baby, whip out your Norks.
Oh, let me see them Norks. Oh God. Who's your daddy?
Let me see those gazongas.
Do you like those Norks? Oh man. Give me the Norks over here. Meanwhile,
I'm some nice looking Norks.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I am picturing the orcs from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, gross.
Oh, that's disgusting. So if she opens up her shirt and you see like faces of Norks on her chest, and oh God, the Norks.
I don't like puppies because it makes me think of puppies and like no, can't say puppies.
Sweater puppies. Casabas. What was that song from? What's his name? God, what's his name? Damn. Show them to me.
Oh, Rodney Carrington.
Rodney Carrington, that's right. All of his, I like all, and that's pretty much. I don't really like country that much, but of the country that I do like, it's he's country comedy, I guess you'd say.
Yes, he is.
So it's hilarious to see. Show them the money. Well, whip my ass and set them puppies free. So I love them all.
We listened to him a lot when I was working on the fire department in our apparatus bay. We would just have him blare. Totally, EO complaint was showed into me, but we didn't care.
Exactly, Phil. Blivets. That's my fucking description. Fuel blivets. Blivets. The big bags of fuel and water that you see hanging from a Chinook helicopter when you're downrange. All I can think of is, yes, look at them blivets.
You haven't said that in a long time.
I haven't seen any. Haven't had any reason. I mean, look at them blivets. We're talking about Katy Perry again. But when Tim Kennedy was on here and we were talking about, me and him were talking about blivets. And yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So Norks. I'm not good with the Norks.
I like the gazongas.
You shall not pass.
It's just a wall of boobs.
Exactly. You're like, ew. Exactly. Exactly. It's a wall of boobs, according to the Lord of the Rings. But when you're with your old lady, pops out, you see 2 orc faces on her chest. Ew. That's fucking disgusting. Oh, you fucking. Oh, just ruined the mood. So is she trans-orsticle?
I think breasticles is one of the least nice sounding ones.
I've heard of chesticles.
Yeah, I heard chesticles before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of breasticles too, but
breasticles, chesticles.
That's not even fun to say.
Yeah.
No, I think it's more of a term of when, how people say, oh, you got a pair, like, I guess the whole grow a pair or testicles or stuff like that. Like women will say, oh, I got chesticles. Kind of more of a term of, I won't say empowerment, but
to make it sound like they got. That's like, well, then so
like they got balls.
Yeah.
It sounds more like an insult, like just reading it though. Breasticles.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be like what? So an effeminate guy would be tosseries for like ovaries.
That's funny.
The guy's got like, huh? Oh, I'll stop. I'll stop.
You'll get in trouble.
I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble by the by the Norks. Ready to fight tonight. What are you talking? Why are you singing like a pirate? Oh, last night on Sergeant's Time, we were talking about foreign policy and of course, Army stuff. And one of the commanders in North Korea, or facing North Koreans, was talking to a Korean news agency and was talking about that. We have this, and instead of talking about what type of forces he has, he just says, "Well, we have a motto that will ensure that we are going to win any conflict against North Korea." And I'm okay. And the way he wrote it out or the way it was translated out, I guess, ready to fight tonight. So I was just thinking that sounded like a Disney pirate jingle. So. I thought Norks was slang for North Koreans. Exactly. Oh, rock! Oh, man. So, yeah, again, breasticles, tesseries for guys that aren't very, manly, I guess. Are we going to see this? Yep, go to the radio page and see it right now. You should see it right now. At least you should be able to say, hang on, let me refresh, make sure, double check to make sure it's up there.
You're talking about the live video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
And people are still asking about that. So, yeah, it looks like, yep, confirm. Second confirmation. Cuffs was the first one to see. Yep, it's up. You see any conflicts or something like that? That's what you guys want to see. You guys want to see a train wreck is what it is. But, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get posted on the main page. But, hang on. Yep. There we go. There we go. So yeah, if you go ahead and look on our Facebook page on WTF Nation Radio, you'll be able to see it. I can't post it in freaking. Can you post it in the Mixer chat there? When y'all's. Can you get Mixer over where you're at, Ghosty?
I don't know.
Because I know Mixer. I know there's some countries that have specific codes that if there's something that's streaming that is not good in that specific country, or it goes against whatever that country's laws are for copyright or whatever, then they'll normally block it. So it's at mixer.com/WTF Nation Radio. I just wonder if you can get in there and ready to fight tonight. So see if you can pop it in there. Can you pop it in there or no?
I'm trying to. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep going.
Double mic. Let me turn that down.
Yeah. So in another news, we're talking. I know we totally went off track of what we were going to talk about because of this protest. I guess Maxim came out with an article and a study. The University of Oxford stated something about women with big butts. So according to Maxim, and according to the study from Oxford, which I guess is a pretty esteemed establishment, it is scientific, of course, so you could say it was for science. A scientific study conducted by the prestigious University of Oxford suggested that you should get yourself a big booty Judy instead of a biggie with a flat ass, because it turns out that a big booty gets a girl more than just an anaconda, if you know what I mean. Oh, God. Quote, the study analyzed data from 16,000 women and found that the ladies who have some junk in the trunk are more intelligent and more resistant to chronic illnesses than women who are less endowed. So now, great. Now there's going to be ass shaming for chicks.
Okay.
I got no ass, so
I didn't want to say anything about nobody's butt here on the staff. I'm just saying that this is what
I don't have an ass, so if that puts me in that category.
Well, here's what the Maxim article. Apparently, women with big, beautiful butts have lower cholesterol and glucose levels. Yeah, because it's all in their ass. But anyway, in addition,
I think a lot of that has the studies. They've done studies where women or people hold their weight, and again, like you just said, but that's all in their ass. But with women, like with the fat, deposits like around your stomach and your organs, that's not a good thing.
Well, also, I think it's also, I think it should be proportionate to the woman's size. So if you're like, 4'5", but you have an ass of somebody who is almost 6 foot, that's not good.
Somebody that's 6 foot can have a pencil for an ass.
Well, I'm just exactly Phil in the Facebook Live. Time to do some squats, ladies. So you're saying? So wait a minute. Are we exposing slowly the key to understanding women?
Maybe
get a bigger butt. From over 16,000 women, they found out ladies have some junk in the trunk and more intelligent. Obviously, they say that the women with big, beautiful butts have lower cholesterol and also in addition to higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids. Plus, they have a higher amounts of a hormone called dinopectina, which is an anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic properties. When you put all those things together, you have a combination for heart health. And that's not all.
And that's not all.
Aside from the big booty. These relatively higher omega-3 fats are also a nicely working brain. And the plentiful adipose tissue found in the booty traps harmful fats, therefore preventing cardiovascular disease. So who knew that having a colossal ass could be so healthy? Lead researcher, of course it's got to be a Greek guy, Dr. Konstantinos Manonopoulos. The idea of body fat distribution is important to health. Well, that's how you separate the men and the boys from Greece, right? With a crowbar. Has been known for some time. However, it's been very recently in thigh. I want to so get in trouble for this. And large hip circumference have been known for promote health. And that lower body fat is protected by itself. And as you know, what healthy benefits big butt translate to a mind-blowing sexy woman. Because men are subconsciously attracted to healthy women who pop out babies. So who knew that it would appear that Sir Mix-a-Lot knew what he was talking about when he said, "I like big butts and I cannot lie." Yeah, I kind of look at the okay, if you want to talk about the ass factor when it comes to some of the mentality, no. Because I could just tell you a bunch of big asses, and I'm not even talking about the ones below their waistline, is the Kardashians. Ooh,
yeah, I don't think those are like real asses. I'm just saying.
It's probably just full of Botox.
Or silicone.
Oh my God. That's disgusting. I couldn't even imagine. Holy crap. I couldn't even imagine. So not only are chicks blasting their face with Botox and all this other stuff, putting silicone on their chests. Now the thing is butts. Am I getting this right? There's ass implants now for this?
Yes. And I have a horror story one for that.
Oh, go for it. I like to hear about surgical fails.
Okay, I'll try to find it while I tell you about it because it was a little, maybe a few weeks or a month ago or so. But the lady went down to she ended up dying, but she went down to Mexico to get her butt amplified like a Kardashian. And the doctor, quote unquote, who was doing the surgery, she eventually they figured out that she injected her butt with like cement. And,
yes, and caulk.
Like caulking for bathrooms and stuff.
Yep.
Yum.
That's disgusting. Well, I mean, never mind.
Wow.
I was gonna say so.
If that search I just type in pulls this up, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Well, I'm just saying I could just using bathroom caulk and something like that or silicone. Shit, you just go down to Home Depot and I can help you out if you need that. But.
And then so the lady, because I remember seeing the story, and the lady who was in court for the manslaughter charges had done the same thing to herself, and her butt, I swear to God, it looked like a square. And people in the comments were like, "What the fuck is wrong with her butt?" She injected herself with that shit, and it's awful. And I'm trying to find it.
No, that's disgusting. So now there's ass shaming going on in the world. So that's nice. Oh God, you poor ladies, man. You guys got to go through a lot of competition just to have somebody. Damn.
I don't know. I'm
like
just
my
happy
butt.
with my
My
tits.
boyfriend likes my butt, so I don't care.
Well, my point being is.
Oh, I found it. Yes.
So go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's hear it.
Oh, hold on. Visit page. Oh God. Oh no, shit! It was Florida. Fake Florida doctor who enhanced buttocks with cement caulking gets 10 years for manslaughter. And it has a picture. It has a picture of her in her butt. It looks like she's got 2 cinder blocks in her butt. I'm so fascinated by this story.
I love the way you said that.
Okay, do you want me to read it?
Go for it.
Okay, okay, so this happened a while ago, and she finally got arraigned for it. From a Florida prison in November 2011, Shatarka, I don't know, Nubby. Penn alerted the state's health department about her cosmetically enhanced buttocks. Her rear end had hardened and turned black, she wrote. Side effects from the year-old injections left the mother of 3 feeling sick, and she claimed her surgeon, O'Neill Ron Morris, was the same faux cosmetic doctor that police had arrested and accused of pumping a near-lethal formula of cement, mineral oil, bathroom caulking, and fix-a-flat tire sealant into other women's bodies. Her patients called her Duchess. So officials began investigating and interviewed the lady, but she died 4 months later. The cause of death was respiratory failure from massive systemic silicone migration from injections to Nubby's buttocks and hips, according to the medical examiner. So Morris was charged with manslaughter and practicing medicine without a license in December 2012, and last month pleaded no contest to both, reported the Sun Sentinel. So they sentenced her to 10 years. And then the mom commented, so my daughter died the most inhuman death. Sherry Pitt said at the hearing, 18 months she suffered not knowing the full of what she was put in her body. That was a bad quote. Yeesh.
So do you think that's kind of like a how and of course I'm probably gonna get, I don't know what other complaint I'm gonna get now. Fuck it, might as well. This conversation is always gonna be 18 years and above. So on some of this content you guys are gonna hear on Mixer, hey, this is the way we talk, how vets talk. So do you think it's a condition? Do you think it's almost like anorexia nervosa or bulimia when it comes to chicks that want to enhance their bodies like to ridiculous size?
Didn't they? Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, there's been times where, and I like, with reality TV and stuff, and there's a natural show called Botched, and they're like 2 like world-renowned plastic surgeons in I guess Hollywood. And people would go to them that have had botched surgeries. And some of the people that go to them are people that have had so many, like, I guess, different types of plastic surgery and procedures to alter their look. And they look at them like, look, we can't do anything for you because it's too risky. And they've put out there, and I've read other articles, because I've considered myself possibly, some, like a breast lift or whatever. And I've done my research, and like, say if you have like health issues or any other issues, and if a plastic surgeon, like the first one you go to or the second one, like, oh, you're too much of a risk, I'm not going to touch you. That's because they're legit concerned for your life. But the ones that you would be worried about if you've gone, to several, and the one that does say yes, ignores your, pre-existing conditions, those are the ones you got to worry about. Look at Kanye West's his mother. She had pre-existing conditions and she had plastic surgery and she ended up dying. And I believe it was after several other doctors told her no.
Oh, wow. So she was actually just totally disobeyed. What were you going to say, Cuffs, about that?
I had absolutely no input whatsoever. I was just listening. I'm just listening. I'm sitting here with my skinny ass just listening. It used to be the opposite. So it's generational, I think. The body shaming. I mean, you're either skinny or well, hold on, let me think how to word this properly. Generationally, as I was growing up, it was the look is, we want you thin. We don't care about your ass. We don't care if you have tits. We want you thin. And that's
how it was when I was growing up.
Yeah, and it's evolving. What men find attractive is evolving. That's my only real input on it.
Okay, so with the whole plastic surgery thing, it's called body dysphoria.
Body dysphoria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's another. Oh, here we go. Jump right back on the trans thing again. Go ahead. That's what transgender conditioning is considered. When people want to undergo transitional surgery, it's called gender dysphoria. So go ahead. Or body dysphoria. I'm sorry. Mo? Come on, Mo. Mom, you still there?
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, fucking Skype. Fucking
Sorry about that.
We have Skype dysphoria. Go ahead.
Anyways, so basically, it's typically somebody that is not happy with their appearance. And with people with this, when they use plastic surgery, they go in, they want to fix, something in their nose, and they keep going in to fix it because they're still not happy in any other parts of their body too. They just keep going and going and going. And some plastic surgeons, they'll even tell them, hey, look, you probably have this mental condition. Before we even touch you, you need to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist and get cleared.
Yeah. See, is it kind of cross the line though when a guy, you know what I mean, where women can say you're trying to control my bodies when you won't let me do this? Is that kind of like crossing that line?
I mean, they can say that, but a doctor also has the not just legal, but professional right to say no. He
also has a Hippocratic oath. He's also required to ensure that he's not going to cause harm to someone in the event he is treating somebody. That's yeah. But you got Cups, you're right. It's a generational thing. To me, it's specific to who I'm attracted to is what the specific is of their body. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, you know what I mean? If that person is like the way they are, then that's cool. If that person is a large, well, not too large, but if they're not freaking, if they're not in the throne room going, ho, 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 then I'm fucking cool with that. You know what I mean?
Somebody say steak.
Misaki si Wampa Chewbacca. You know what I mean? So, sorry, that was a Star Wars reference. So yeah, as long as they're not slugging like Jabba the Hutt or something like that, then yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? Some thickness is okay, and it's fine if it's they're not if they're thin or they're athletic and their body composition.
The way I look at it, if you're happy like with your body and you're healthy,
yes. Well, they're going. Well, we go into that's where we go into freaking strange territory because some people are now saying that if you don't find me attractive because I'm 500 pounds and require a forklift to get me out of my bed, and I eat,
and they're usually on the third floor.
Yeah, and they're usually on the third floor, and I eat 5 dozen eggs in the morning. Then I'm the asshole for not appreciating the exquisiteness of that type of body style.
And not just with that body style. Lately, within the LGBTQ community, God, like with some people who are transgender are getting offended when they people aren't like receptive to their
Yes.
advances or attracted to them. Like, well, you don't, or you're not attracted to me because I'm this. Well,
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is clearly the opinion of somebody, the person that said it.
exactly. No, and it's been, and it, to me, it's like, okay, well, I'm just not attracted to that. That is my opinion.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
my thing.
That's just my thing.
I'm not saying you can't be,
Yes.
Transgender
Yes.
or
Yes.
gay or whatever, but I'm just not attracted to that.
You just that doesn't roll your way.
No, and I can't help that, what I'm attracted to.
Oh, you're right. As a matter of fact, I think the boss talked about that a few nights back, saying that there's now individuals that say that if you're not receptive to the advances of somebody who's transgender, then you're fucked up.
Yes.
That's see, here we go again. Bling. Mixer, hi. Ice, you're once again in violation of. I feel like this is the fucking Demolition Man. You see that movie where Ice, you are in violation of the Mixer Code of Conduct. You have offended 500 people at this time. Bling. And the next thing you know, I get another email. It fucking sucks, man. You can't go about and say, hey, look, I am not attracted to that. I'm not. I mean, my own physical attraction to things are my own physical attraction to things. I don't have to tell you what they are, because now in the world of man, as a man, you'll get freaking strung up. If you tell somebody I'm not attracted to that, I'm only attracted to this. Oh my God, Ice, you're against Norks. You know? Fucking whatever, man.
So I have one thing, and I just thought of this, and I don't know what you guys think or playing devil's advocate. Say in the workplace,
Yes.
Obviously some people take, advances from other people as some sort of sexual harassment.
Yes.
So say me, I'm suddenly, want to be transgender, and I make an advance towards Cuffs, who isn't. Like, could Cuffs say, go to EO and be like, well, this is sexual harassment, but then I could be like, well, it's because I'm transgender.
No, I'm actually looking at how the rule of sexual harassment has ruined courtship forever.
Oh, it has.
So it doesn't matter, because you may not know that Cuffs may like that, or you don't know that Cuffs may like that. And if Cuffs politely says, no, I'm not doing that. Or no, I appreciate it, but I'm seeing somebody else. And then it's the end of it, then that's cool. You know what I mean? But if it continues, Buki, I'm offended because you're offended. But if you, all of a sudden the feed's like getting all erratic. You are now in violation of the Mixer Code of Conduct. Bling, bling. But if Cuff says, no, I'm not into that, I'm seeing somebody else, or I'm with somebody, or I'm married, or whatever, and then you just accept it, then that's cool, Handle it at the lowest level. But it's when you're persistent, and it's when you're in Cuff's face, and you're throwing your Norks in front of her and saying, look, damn it, you're against trans-Norkscusons, whatever you want to call it. What do you want to call it? You're against Norks, so I'm going to go ahead and file, you know what I mean? It's when you're insistent about it, then yes, it becomes, because then at that point, after you politely decline, I break balls about the Army being real stupid about that, but the Army has changed their rules up a little bit to say, hey, like politely, hey, look, stop, I'm seeing somebody, or decline. And then of course, after the no mean no's portion of it, I'm talking about merely in the work environment, then you say fucking no, I'm not into that. Okay, cool. And that should be accepted as that. It should not be running up there. Well, she said no because I think she's racist or transgist or whatever you want to call it this day. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on that subject, because I see it as courtship. Because you may be into it, Cuffs may be into it, but it's none of my business.
Well, of course, at that part.
Yeah. When somebody's saying something like that, when it comes to professional and personal relationships, just like we talked about that general yesterday, man, it blows.
Yeah, last night, that was kind of fucked up.
It was fucked up. Nobody could sit there and say that this general was going to get in trouble, or he did get in trouble and all that, but they didn't talk about his status. The guy was separated from his wife, right? What happened to the chick? Because you always hear about guys going down, no pun intended, but you never hear about what happens on the chick. There should be both people getting busted. Just like how in the UCMJ, I fight with somebody, both of you will get in trouble for fighting. That's the way the Army works. Both of you will be And Cups, correct me if I'm right, you'll be busted for article. I think it's like 119, provoking speeches and gestures or something like that. Or was it 112? I can't remember. One of them articles that I got hemmed up on. So the thing is that you could both get busted for fighting. Well, the same thing should go for getting convicted of that type of thing. If you get relieved, both individuals, both parties should get busted for the. So if you're going to frag the general for having an inappropriate relationship, then you should frag the captain that supposedly, allegedly, that he was involved with for the same thing. Right?
I completely agree.
That's it. And then problem solved. That's how you maintain good order and discipline. Because now, what does the appearance look like? It looks like the chick can get off scot-free in the event, and that's what everyone talks about. Well, that perpetuates the cycle. You're right. It perpetuates the cycle. People not accepting the fact that it's a two-sided system, or one-sided system, I should say. Yeah, exactly. John Spartan. That's what it was. John Spartan, you are now being held up against the Nix's code of conduct. Bling. So it doesn't matter. So if, like you're saying, if you're in a scenario and you're like, hey, Cups, let's go get something. You know, what do you want to hang out? What do you want to do? Blah blah blah. And she's like, no, whatever. No, I'm kind of seeing somebody right now. If it's perceived as that, then you can say, okay, cool. I was just, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, or hey, thank you for letting me know, or blah blah blah. And that's how it should end. That's it. I
agree.
That's how it should end. It should not be a level of, no, you said that because you were of, and it doesn't have to be trans. It has to be anything. You're blonde, or you're short, or you're tall, or anything. So now out of the workplace, it's a fucking dog eat dog world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's dog eat dog. We were going to talk about this last night, but it wasn't Army related. But now we're going to talk about it. I guess North Carolina just passed no takesies backsies when it comes to sexual conduct. So now, if you're getting it on, whoa, somebody, and the act is being committed, and she says stop, then you can't say rape. That's kind of fucked up.
That's
like
interesting.
That's
at least.
Well, no, it's messed up because it's
it is messed up.
No, it's messed up because it's one of those lotion in the basket scenarios. What if you're like freaking dealing with Buffalo Bill, and you know what I mean? He's your date, and everything's going good, and the next you know he's putting a skin mask on you.
Right.
That's where no means no really comes in. So that's kind of fucked up.
Now, do you think they went with this because there's been a lot of cases where
it's only sexual?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I know it's only sexual.
As in, there's a relationship.
Nope. Yep.
Sexual relationship.
Yep.
They're having sex. The girl, they break up, whatever, get into an argument, and then she uses the
rape. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, rape.
Yeah.
Well, we had sex, but then I said no, but then she's only intentionally doing it to, harm that person because she's butthurt.
That's right, D-Max. Sorry, not interested in women that look like Shrek. Yeah, great. Are you? So you're an ogrist. You hate ogres. No, well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of that's that line where you really start crossing into. I look at it again as the Buffalo Bill incident. You're hanging out, you two kind of acting all kinky. And then, everything's going great and everything's going, whatever. And the next thing you know, you're getting bounded and you got a skin mask over your face and he's like cutting himself up all over you. That's a fucking no means no scenario, man. I mean,
exactly.
Even if somebody getting excited, I heard somebody go, what?
I said yuck.
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you said like, oh, like.
No, I said yuck.
Okay, I was going to play the Buffalo Bill theme for you. Ice, you are now fined 1 credit for violation of the verbal language parameter. You have offended everybody.
So just curious, Cuffs, like, when you were an MP, did you guys run into situations a lot where, the wife or the girlfriend of a soldier or someone else, they are in like, they're breaking up or some sort of fight and then they bring up sexual assault, even though it was consensual, and come to find out later that say it was, consensual, and she's saying it wasn't, halfway through sex or whatever, and then come to find out that she never, said no, she was only doing it to get back at that person. Have you come across any of that at all?
Personally, no. So I cannot attest to that. you'd have to ask. You might ask Mud Puppy. I don't know if he was. I don't know if he ever worked the roads or anything here stateside or even a CONUS, but personally, I don't have experience with that, so I cannot answer that question.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Somebody's asking me, what are you talking about? In North Carolina, there's a woman who was involved involved with some dude at a party, and then he pulled her in the bathroom for relations, and she was willing, and she was all about it. And then all of a sudden, when the guy started doing the Buffalo Bill routine on her, she said stop, and he didn't listen. And so obviously it was happening to rape, but found out under North Carolina law that she is not allowed to back out of sex once it's underway. Whoa. So in the 1979 North Carolina Supreme Court case, Steve versus Way ruled that women cannot revoke consent after intercourse begins. Wow.
So that was in 1979.
No, it was I'm sorry, 1979. So it was a 1979 case, Supreme Court, that ruled.
Okay.
So, because of course law is interpreted by precedents. So in the North Carolina versus Way ruled that a woman cannot revoke consent after sexual intercourse begins. And so that's the issue. And so now there is a bill right now currently that is discussing Senate Bill 553 that would criminalize the failure to stop intercourse when a woman had originally consented and changed her mind. That's what the issue is right now. So it's kind of like what do you say to that? What do you? Is it messed up? Is it?
It is. To me, it sounds like they need to, redo or take that particular law back to the Supreme Court and then go from there. If that makes sense.
I think like if she's thinking it's just going to be like a regular encounter, and then he starts doing some really questionable, weird shit, and she doesn't like it, I think she should be able to say no.
Oh, I completely agree.
So I think they should fix that. Yeah, I mean, and then I think it really kind of toes the line of rape at that point. If she's like, no, I don't like that, stop, and then they don't. I don't know.
Well,
it's weird because she consented originally, and then she's like, oh, hell no, stop, and then.
Well, they're looking at it like a contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have that sounds crass, but
Yeah.
I see
it kind of
violation.
reminds me of how with social media and with the recent, incident with Marines United and other, there's, obviously there's been other cases with, the consensual photos being shared. And of course, with technology evolving, the law hasn't really been able to catch up to it, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, it's not technology or anything like that. It just, to me, it seems like they really haven't revisited that law, and they should, and relook at it, just kind of like they are with everything, pictures, if it was consensual of sharing that picture or not. If that makes sense.
Makes total sense. Sorry, I'm being distracted.
Oh, you're okay.
Well, no, I just saw Morks, so someone sent me some Morks. No, just kidding. Sorry.
Did you say Morks?
Oh.
Or like Norks? Because
I'm sorry, Norks, not Morks. I was thinking Mork and Mindy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I am totally thinking of some chick in Arcoms, but anyways.
Oh my God. You went there.
Well, I can, so.
Oh, man. Sorry about that. I was talking about... Oh, you must have been talking about Master Sergeant Katrina Mork. Anywho. No, I didn't talk about Morks. Bad call. But then again, a lot of when the laws were really strict back in the day when it came to sexual harassment, the male soldiers back in the day said that it's not sexual harassment unless you're ugly. So if like Channing Tatum walked up to you and was being all cool and delivered a set of lines, have you ever seen that one, How to Catch a Gold Digger?
Oh yes,
yeah, those videos.
Saw that.
That video.
Yes, the video of the guy walking up to the chick, spouting out some lines, and he's all derped and fucking dilapidated looking, and then another guy comes up, delivers the same set of lines, and the chick is more receptive to that. So that literally the same thing. It's.
There was another I've seen several videos, but the one that was like all derped up, he went up to this chick that was walking her dog. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm married. My husband's in the military.
Yeah.
So then he walks off and he gets to his car. And then she's like, oh, that's your car?
Yes, I saw that one, that Lamborghini.
Yes.
So
And she was like, oh, we can go out. And he's like, no, you said you're married, and your husband's in the military.
yeah, exactly.
And she called the police on her. I mean, on him.
Oh yeah, because he dimed her out like that. Oh, yeah, exactly. Ready to fight tonight. I just think it's stupid. So, the law, I don't agree with it. I think they should change it. I think it should be one of those things to where, and that's of course because what happens if you're a guy? And things get not like what you thought it was going to. What if you get false advertising? Can you back up? No, like, whoa, yeah, I gotta go. See ya.
Like if he says, if they say that they're a chick and then they still have guy parts.
Oh, why are you going to that? God, I'm gonna get my fucking mixer license pulled. No, I'm saying I'm gonna get my mixer license pulled because you guys keep bringing this shit up on my show. Everybody else is like, oh, this is great. I really like how Red Leg or Minx and Cuffs are all talking about this great dialogue stuff. As soon as I broadcast something, motherfuckers are like, Ice, you are now in violation of the verbal language and offensive parameter from Mixer.
Not even just that, like women, I mean, they've been known to rape men.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hush hush because, fortunately, in, the male role, when it's brought to light, he's told, well, you're just being a pussy about it.
Okay.
Like,
hang on. Let me make sure. Let me get my wallet out here. Yes, being that I am a card-carrying member of man since I've hit puberty.
You hit puberty?
I hit puberty when I was 9. I had my gym teacher had to like say, no, you're not gonna take a shower here. That's how bad it was. We will change you to a different class so you can go home after PE because you look like a fucking little hairy dude inside the fucking. But anyways, my point being is that no, stop it. I could not keep my eyes off of some of my teachers. My teachers, I would go to class even though I was getting a failing grade to see my teachers. So I'm not talking about the C-hags, but I'm talking about the teachers that are usually the ones that are getting busted. So anybody who says you're going to get in trouble or it's rape to an adolescent, and when their moans are fucking raging, dude. I mean, they're like explosively, a teenage boy is just raging with fucking moans. And, him being at a fucking swimming pool when the wind goes by, you know what I mean? That's it. So, because he's a boy. Now, granted, I mean, Smoke did bring this up to me. Well, Ice, what if baby Ice grows up and he is messing with his teacher? I'm like, high five, and make sure he hears a Jimmy. That's it. What can you do? At that point, right there, if it is, I mean, if my kid's 18 years old and he's messing with his teacher, I don't care. Now, obviously, if it's something that he's not understanding what's going on, then obviously that's different. I'm gonna have the ass. But to say that, and I'm gonna cause so much fucking shit. I'm gonna fucking get offended, and people are gonna offend me. I don't give a fuck. I find it hard to believe as a man, as a bacon eating, beer drinking, whiskey drinking, Harley riding, WTF Nation Radio. This is not the opinion of.
Love it loving.
American loving. I would not say it's rape. I don't look at it like that. Me as a me. I'd be like, whoa, what was that? But that would be it. That was awesome. Yeah, you're a guy. You are a man. Here, man. Carrying card members. You're a man. So, exactly, D-Max. I was robbed. It never happens to Ice. How come I didn't have those kind of teachers like that? Those teachers like that running around just throwing all that shit. I mean, I had a couple of them that looked okay. Damn, these teachers getting busted nowadays. Well, and the ones that are complaining the most, who do you see the ones that are complaining the most about it? Their moms.
Women.
Their moms, not their dads. Their moms. Their dads are probably going, good job, man. And then, I don't want to see my child getting, bitch, you're on Tinder yourself. So some of these cases here, it's hard for you to fucking fight. When you're sitting there as a kid and this is happening in your life and your mother is throwing shit and doing duck lips on fucking Facebook and all this other stuff and trying to Instagram herself when she should be keeping her fucking eyes on the road, then guess what? It's your fucking... Shut up. You are providing... You're instilling that environment in there.
And you're correct about that.
I'm serious. It's look at all the cases that you see speaking. It's not the dads. The dads, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that there's some dads that are objected to it, but I'm just saying their dads are like, damn, I didn't know he had that teacher. I need to take him to school. I need to take him to school more often, or something like that. But you don't hear that stuff. You always see, what makes you mad is that you always see the oh well it's this and all that. So it's not. I'm just telling you as me. Now, if it was Rosie O'Donnell coming at me, and she was freaking, and my double standard, fuck yeah, dude. If Rosie O'Donnell was coming at me and she was swinging an axe and you better get on me, Ice. Is that rape? There you go. I can't have a double standard, right? I'll just take one for the team, I guess.
I take the axe.
You take the axe?
Yeah.
You take the
I would too.
Well, I mean, exactly. You never know.
I'd actually like, here, let me help you out with that.
No, I'm going to be like, point right here. See this point right here? That's where you want to hit because it's quick.
Somebody made a good point, though, in Mixer. They said, I could understand if it was can't revoke consent after sex.
Yes. You're talking about individuals who have been drinking a lot and inebriated and then waking up with said partner and then going, oh my God, what the hell was that? And you have fucking Cujo laying next to you and then you can't say it was rape. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, but like, I do agree with their comment, like, or they're saying, like, if they slept with somebody and then they regretted it, or they're like, oh, I don't remember that, or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, if they changed it to where it's like, you can't revoke your consent afterwards, like after it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. That makes way more sense. Because then it's, or because, you have a lot of those females that go after athletes as well. And they have consensual sex, and then later they say it was rape, and then they have this huge scandal.
Ah, Kobe.
Yep.
Kobe. I mean,
even other people, famous people.
Even some of those college kids, there's been sprinklings of stories like that where.
Oh yeah. Florida State, Florida FSU, man. They have how can I say this? They have they call it Felony State University.
Mm-hmm. Oh geez.
They call it the FSU Semen Holes.
Oh my God.
Instead of the Seminoles. It's been the propensity because you got some of them football taggers, those tag chasers, that are hanging out with them football players, and they're all up in the club. They're all up in the hype. They're all up in there, and that's it.
Joe Hahn brought up one of the, I guess, I don't want to say most recent, but a few years ago, I was about to bring this up, the Duke lacrosse case.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, dude. Johan, that's a good point, dude. That Duke lacrosse, yeah.
Like where that chick was practically a barracks bunny.
It was a hooker. It was a fucking hooker.
Yeah.
If you're receiving money for sex and then you say it's rape, oh, that's really a hard case. See, think about it. Back in the day, though, man, Facebook Live and stuff like that wasn't available. Could you imagine now? Like I was talking about trucker channels, trucker cameras. So I gotta have a camera, a GoPro. I'm having cameras everywhere next time.
But if they had a camera, though, then she'd be like, I didn't consent to you recording me. You literally would have to have a lawyer draw up a fucking.
You have to write a contract.
Anybody?
Just have a contract.
There's business cards that people have now that they keep in their wallet. I can, I'm so and so, and I consent to this.
Oh yeah, Dave Chappelle talked about that stuff. it'll help you in court, and then all of a sudden he goes Kobe and throws that fucking condom inside the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and see, with the same issue, like with Bill Cosby, kind of makes you wonder what's true with those cases and what's not.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about, some good. Oh my God, it's rape. Dude, there was not even. I recorded me, dude. There was like tape wasn't even invented back in the day for you to record. The guy literally had to have a 500-pound camera in the room to film because back in the day, you can do anything with a phone now. It's unreal. You can launch a mission to the freaking moon on your fucking iPhone right now, as compared to the amount of digitized memory and data storage compared to back in the day. So yeah, I mean, literally, you got to film it, guys. Film it. Get consent. Have buddies out there. Yeah, your buddy. You get battle buddy. Not battle buddy for in case something happens to you. It's for protect you legally too. Because I guarantee what's going to happen. And I have had soldiers as a first sergeant have witnesses, and I would have the ass that someone was filming me about some stuff, but they were filmed because they said something wasn't right, Top. So I pulled out my phone to film this because she was straight. He was some of the language that they use. She was straight ratcheting on him or whatever. I have no idea what that means. I'm thinking, when I think ratcheting, I'm thinking like tools and shit or fucking cargo straps. So she was straight ratchet or something like that. Ratchet, something like that. Some term that she was using. And pew, the guy freaking recorded it, and that was it. As soon as the investigation brought up that there was video, this chick this whole time was trying to get this guy for this stuff. And an investigation, and she was walking around the freaking organization on post, blah, 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 bragging about this shit, talking to other friends. Yeah, I saw that. Bitches that weren't even at the same fucking party with her. Until there was a video. And once there was a video, everything was dropped. The guy was, and that sucks too in the military, that once you've been identified for something like that, you're going to get your ass busted. It's almost like a stigma, you know what I mean? So,
you're branded.
Yeah, you are. You are.
You're fucking branded.
Exactly. Chicks aren't.
They should be.
They ain't.
Ice, I got it for you.
Go for it.
Ratchet, a diva, mostly from urban cities and ghettos, has reason to believe she is every man's eye candy.
There you go. Ratchet.
Urban Dictionary comes through strong again.
Once again. So yeah. So see, there you go. Okay, now okay. Oh, wow. After a few years have gone by, now I know what it meant. I'm going to text him right now. Bro, I got it now. That's what she meant.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, he was straight ratcheting on her.
I mean, if you're going to take tools and use a term for women like that, I would say wrench, because women like that always like to throw a fucking wrench in whatever plans or drama or whatever you've got going on, if that makes sense.
Yep. Or socket.
Or socket. Meat socket.
Fucking meat socket. Exactly. Ice, you were in violation of the verbal offensive parameter on Mixer.
Like mom.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's gonna be like you. Ice said on his show. Ice doesn't sound like that. That's not Ice. I got 3 women on here, so you gotta have to find out who it is. But no, it's the guy. You're right. The guy's branded, and the terms of like that, because you could say something wrong and incriminate yourself. Yeah, man. I was straight knee deep in whatever, or you start saying something to that vernacular and you can incriminate yourself. So when he said, when I got interviewed, what happened to your soldier? Well, the soldier said she was all ratcheting on. Okay, no, got that. And then what else did you say? Well, there's a video. What? There's video? You got the CD. I got the CD, but here you go. There you go. You got the CD. I got the CD. All right, cool. There you go. All right, cool. Then I walk away saying I don't even know what I repeated. Literally, I was like, she was all ratcheting up on him and also ratcheting up on whatever, and she was doing this ratchet stuff, and yeah, that's what happened. So all I'm thinking about right now is Snap-on, NASCAR, and Formula One fucking pits, and I was just thinking about cars all of a sudden. So I really was not looking at thinking about ratchet being what that is, and then there was video. So once there was video, it exonerated him legally, but then everybody was then attacking the dude. And that's why I have an issue with them not going after both. If you're going to go after one, go after both. Mm-hmm. Because then it doesn't become everyone's, it's not a victimless crime. You're right, it's not. Because once the guy's been cleared, what does he have against him now? It's his reputation.
Yep. His
reputation is now scarred. And of course, depending what community you're in or where you've been on a post, or you've been in the Army Times. If you were in the Army Times and you're sitting on a promotion board and you're like, hey, that's the dude that got busted for having some chick ratcheting up on him. Yep, I remember that. Yep, denied. No promotion. Or no assignment. Can't be around troops because, he likes tools or he likes ratchetings. Whatever. And he could be, because you know how the telephone game works in the Army. Or, in the DFAC. Hey, Ice likes tools. And by the time it gets to the other table, Ice is a tool. He plays with tools or something to that effect. So that just pisses me off. That the consent law is It's needed for the change, you're right, but it's kind of like I guess you'd say like exactly, Johan, it's freaking business sense. It's a business expense. It's a contract. It's something that it is committed. So that's where, ratcheting back to your question there, Ma. I hope I used that right. The question of courtship in a professional environment, and then courtship in a personal environment. Hey, how you doing? Can I get your number? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, there you go. Denied. That should be easy. But if you have 15 nose rings in your face, you got horns embedded in your fucking skull, and you walk up to me, he's like, hi, can I get your number? No. Don't get the ass. D-Max, Ike's likes the torque wrench. I do like to use a torque wrench, being a former mechanic myself. So, yeah, it's like freaking, dude, whatever, man. It is hard. It's one of those situations that you just can't cookie cutter the whole case. You know what I mean? Because if you do, then you could be no shit not finding out that something really did happen or something didn't happen, because in the court of the Army, it's you're guilty until proven guilty after you've been proven not guilty. And I'm sorry to say, even though the UCMJ does provide a lot of protections to a soldier, they're still not going to be protected because of the public opinion within their community, and it sucks.
Yep.
So, but yeah, ratchets. Fucking ratchets.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, just now you just told me what ratchet was. I'm like, holy shit.
I had to Google it. I didn't even know. I'm like, a tool? What?
Well, I brought up the scenario because when you're freaking, you have a lot of things that that are brought to your attention, and you like when you walk by the squad bay, or you listen to your soldiers talking when they're cleaning weapons near the arms room, and you're just walking by or whatever, or you're just overhearing conversation, or you're watching them get chow. I remember I had to get chow for some soldiers one of these days, and I had a high back Humvee. So what I would do is the soldiers are on the range and it's fucking cold as balls, so I'd get me and the supply sergeant and then the my orderly room clerk, and then we would go out there to the DFAC. I'd sneak some freaking mermites of hot soup and some coffee, and then some pastries and shit, and then we'd go out there to the guys on the range so that way they can warm up or whatever while they're on the range, because it sucks. You're out there in the cold. You're out there training in the conditions that you're in. And so I'd go out there and I'd just hear them talk, and hey, did you see motherfuckers? Yeah, man. Oh, here come First Sergeant. Hey, how are you doing today, First Sergeant? Hey, what's going on, man? Well, yes, First Sergeant. Today we're going to be conducting PMI. And, yeah, that's cool, man. I'm just here to bring you off some coffee, and I appreciate it, First Sergeant. And then I walk away. Yeah, this motherfucker do this motherfucker. And then everyone starts in their respective cliques are talking, and I look at my commander and I was like, hey, sir, you're around their age group. What the fuck are they saying? And he's like, I have no idea. I really don't fucking know what they're saying. I don't know either, man. I used to always break balls on my commanders because obviously being as old as I am and the commanders that are coming in are fairly young, they would laugh at me. And they were like, oh, yes, we need to get a translator out here for First Sergeant. So I did have a translator. So when someone would come out, I literally had one of my platoon sergeants would come out and then, hey, why are you late? Well, see First Sergeant, blah, 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 blah. And then translator, my platoon sergeant would come out. First Sergeant, he's saying he's late because he, I guess he ran over something and his air was out. So if you look right now, there's damage to his vehicle where he had a blowout. Okay, cool, thanks. Handle your business. Roger, First Sergeant. And then they whatever, and then that's it. That's all Joe's. It's the young, I guess the young lexicon. I didn't know. I mean, like I said, so when I heard ratchet, and because when I said, yeah, she was all I quote from what my soldier was telling me, sir, is that she was all up and ratcheting on him, and she was just being a ratchet. And the investigator obviously must have been hip to that because he goes, his eyebrows raised up. He goes, oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think about it much. As soon as I said there was video, and I said I had evidence of the video because my soldiers didn't trust anybody and their fucking mother. They gave it to me, and I as my duty as a first sergeant, had to provide anything that could be to help the soldier or to slam this whatever, because it's my obligation as a first sergeant. So I'd give it to him, and I didn't think much of it. And hell, we just talked about ratcheting right now. I'm texting him right now. Hopefully he's not a listener. He's gonna be like, "Oh my God, your eyes." Hey, are you still in? Hang on. Yeah, so it's one of those things that it's a catch-22. You don't want to overlook a serious case. I've been in situations where I've seen cases where it was no shit legit. The guy was a fucking prick. And the soldier was immediately, the sergeant major immediately moved that soldier out of my organization before I showed up to the unit to see him for doing some stuff. And I'm fucking glad they did, because ICE would have been in, you would have known me who I am real quick. Like, a host of U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is also a first sergeant. He beat up a soldier with a bat, you know. He told his NCOs to hold that soldier down. So, yeah, so again, it's a catch-22, Mom. I mean, I
like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. So, dear TRICARE mamas. What about well, in some installations, there's a common term for some women. There's the women that are brought there and the women that are left there. So, there you go. Oh, man. Wow. Thanks, Minx. Oh, God, she just dropped something in the frickin' in the ops chat there. Thanks, or the team chat. Thank you. Delicious.
Want to look at it?
Delicious. You should. I think you should.
Kind of afraid.
Kind of afraid. Yeah. TRICARE mamas. So, hey, you're on your own, man. Instant family. Just add Joe.
Is that Bradley Manning?
Is that Bradley Manning? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ew. Oh gosh.
No.
I can't stop staring at it. Make it go away.
It's like
a train wreck.
It's like a car wreck. You just can't not look at it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the sun, cleavage, and train wrecks. Oh man, don't get stanked. So, anywho. Yeah, anyways, so tonight, the boss is back. He's back in action. Ready to rock. Yeah, you know how it's kind of convenient? Hey, Ice, I'm going to be out the net for a while because I got stuff going on in my house. Okay, cool, man. And I'm going to handle this. Yeah, cool. We got it, boss. We're running. We'll be good. And then he's like, hey, Ice, I'm back, and then I'm going to go on vacation. I'm like, dude, really? Okay. It is that time of year for the boss's normal vacation, so I'll probably post pics if you follow Red Leg. Tonight, we have, yes, Dr. Williams, indubitably, who is the author of How I Became a Shammer, and of course the E4 Mafia's favorite, The Overweight, Unemployed, and Educated Military Spouse. He'll be on here tonight with the boss for Friday Night Freedom. This guy's got a PhD. I'm curious to know what he has. So, as far as what his degree and not what he has in physically. He's currently in the WTU at Fort Campbell. He's awaiting his entry date due to the injuries that he's received on active duty. He's finished writing 3 books and is currently designing a game board called Shamopoly. I love it.
Shamopoly, is that what you said?
Shamopoly, yeah, like Monopoly. So I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. All these Joes are capitalizing on this crap, and I'm thinking about, damn, why did I think about that? Ice, you are now in violation of Mixer Policy 5561. I got a message. Oh, shit. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, no, okay. Phew, I just said that I was upgraded. Thank God. God. Scared the fuck out of me. I was like, oh, great. Well, guys, this is my last show. No, just kidding. On Mixer. Jamal Opp from Project Overwatch is going to be on Monday. Aaron Strawn, author of Cab Hunter. This is the dude that I was telling you about that likes to come out. Ice loves MPs. He's a member, driver, gunner of the 252nd Military Police Company and veteran of Iraqi Freedom. And this is the dude that is like, no shit. When you hear about guys talking about, hey, we should go over there and fight ISIS and we should go do this. This guy's doing it. This guy's in that freaking area and is laying them out. So he's going to be talking to me and the gang on his experiences where he volunteered to fight with the Kurds and destroying freaking ISIS. It's gonna be a badass show. He's also a student of the arts. Here's what I was saying. He's also likes long walks on the beach. Student of the arts, studying recording engineering, And he moonlights as a stage musician. So, sorry. It's just that's. So, Ern Strand, author of Cab Hunters, coming on next Thursday. And then Friday, it's going to be Antonio Williams. Some law enforcement torture run for Special Olympics. Ice Loves MPs. He'll be discussing how we can get involved into the torch run. He is currently retired for 22 years of service, over 20 club, whoop, whoop, and is a chief of law enforcement for the U.S. Army Command Pacific at Fort Shafter, Hawaii. I don't know why people want to stay in Hawaii, but hey, whatever. So, hey, also, I'm going to be kicking off our Warrior of the Month contest. So it's kind of like, I think we talked about this on Sergeant's Time too. It's kind of like Soldier of the Month. You got to be a supervisor, petty officer. Air Force has NCOs, right? So you got to be in charge of people to freaking, even the Coast Guard. We have people who are involved in this from Awesome Shit. My drill sergeant said, Terminal Lance, they're all going to be involved in this as well. So it's not like it's just going to be a WTF Nation Radio event. It is actually a multi-partner event because, I think Marines United is a multi-partner as well. Yes. I'm just kidding. So they're going to be on there co-sponsoring this as well. It's a good event. If you're a supervisor and you want to recommend a soldier, we always got some prizes. Throughout our club prize to our 14,000 like. You said it was Chris Brown? No, just kidding. Chris Jones. Chris Jones received some prizes for being our 14,000 likes. So if you guys pay attention, follow us on Mixer, follow us on Facebook. And you never know what your name could get popped into something. So you don't win. That means you didn't follow. Yeah, so every day, 20 to 2300. The DFAC is open 12 to 1400. We got weekend shows. Tomorrow, hopefully after if everything works out, Jay Reedy's gonna have a surprise tomorrow from his show for Saturday Night Savagery. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna turn out. But anything else you guys got for me? Huh? I got to refill my coffee, man. I freaking.
Yeah, I made mine a little too strong. I'm like seeing sounds.
So
Actually, no, just tune in tonight. And then, of course, we have a show every night. And then tune in on Monday.
Ghosty, you good?
Yeah.
How about you, Ghosty? You good?
I'm good.
You guys are quiet today. You're like. Did I blab too much? Is that what it was?
I just did a PT workout like right before I sat down, so I just kind of.
You kind of like smoked or something like that?
No, but I haven't been able to run for a week, so the squats kind of killed me a little bit. But
well, the Maxim study says from the Oxford University.
Get that ass.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. No, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. But I'm just joking. So again, tune in tonight. Man, we got some time right now to broadcast a little bit, some music and shit before we pop off. Yes, I know, buddy. I know. Baby Ice is playing hooky today from school. I kind of kidnapped him and he's staying home. So he's going to hang out with me. I'm going to go goof off. So, but again, every night, 20 to 2300, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hey, again, apologize if you're going to see the website get, ripped off or the link is going to go or whatever. So you're going to see some intermittent updates onto our website, and then you'll see as it starts getting a little bit better. It'll get better and more interactive. Look for announcements on there as well. So again, we appreciate y'all coming on, and then that's it. If you ladies don't have nothing for me, then I'm going to kill the feed on Facebook Live. See you, Facebook. See you. Oh, great. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Nuh-uh. Is it not? Is it doing it again?
Yes, it's doing it again.
You jinxed it.
I'm just not. I think, no, they're tracking me is what it is. You're in violation of Facebook policy 5567 for talking shit and being a hater. Oh my God, are you fucking for real? It is not letting me. Dude, I don't know what it is. Yeah, dude, no, it's been like this all week for me. Facebook Live and Skype for some reason has been very which is very I don't know, it's like freaking, hang on. So if you guys hear some double feed, hang on. It just sounds like really fucking fucked up. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I have 1,000 windows up and then see ya. There you go. It's ended. Bye Facebook. Okay, so we're broadcasting still on Mixer. So if you guys want to hang out and listen to some tunes, some of my personal favorites, Y'all have a good one. And ladies, thank you once again for joining me. And we'll see you next time. See you.
All you Trekkies and TV addicts, don't mean to diss, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud, pulling doors off hinges, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers. With the evil you never seen before, gliding in the glazing like gold in the foot. Like a racing with the bass, so not groovy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hop making it nice with practice me running that you know. All we'll drive our ships to new land, fight the home, sing and cry. Valhalla, I am coming. We main called over long cause my form ain't fast, so what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. So believe when they say I'm no better than you, except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Say, Doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this, method of controlling my mind like Einstein or rap. Too cool. Now, hey, go but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci. Some of my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician and the bank cashier. Engineer. I wear cotton and I don't wear your. Always sleep with Shazam, an abracadabra. In the whip, I'm gonna cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Brains blazing, yeah, I phase in. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, just stick shit. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Now I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring it that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got the microphone, the mic goes stale. Always see.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, hey there. Mike Golf here. Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction, constipation, or polycystic ovarian syndrome? If you're like me, and thousands of others, you don't. But what I do have is a prescription for years of suffering from the big green weenie. Take a healthy dose of caffeine, alcohol, and hate, and wash it all down with Sergeant's Time every Thursday at 8 Eastern on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. Join Ice, Grey Cloud, Doc Madness, and myself, Mike Golf, as we discuss the important issues of the week. The NCO Corps will never be the same.
The bitches, they love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.